You're listening to the ADHD Heroes Podcast, a podcast where we speak with the heroes of the ADHD community, namely educators, mental health professionals, and of course, those with ADHD themselves, to gain insights, tools, and most importantly, inspiration towards succeeding and thriving with ADHD. I'm your host, Rabbi Shmuel Reich, a high school Rebbi and an ADHD coach in private practice. Welcome to the show. Hi there. On this week's episode, I spoke with Rabbi Eli Mann, a Rebbi, camp director, author, musician, and more in Miami, who came on to share his ADHD story. We discussed emotional dysregulation, his many occupations and creative hobbies, how his personal experience informs his practices in the classroom, discovering his ADHD as an adult, doing well academically in his early schooling years, but struggling once he got to high school, perfectionism, and strategies he uses today, and a lot more. Shout out to the Chinuch Today podcast, hosted by former ADHD Heroes podcast guest, Rabbi Yerachmiel Garfield, and on to the show. Enjoy! Rabbi Eli Mann, welcome to the ADHD Heroes podcast. I'm excited for our conversation today.
Me too. Very exciting.
Okay, let's do it. Let's just start off with a quick introduction. What could you tell our listeners about yourself and your background?
Okay, my name is Eli Mann. I was born in Cleveland. I currently live in Miami. I'm a fourth grade Rebbi. In the morning and afternoon, I am an admin in yeshiva Torah Chaim Torah Semes. See, there's details right away. I do behavioral support, teachers, students. On the side, I also play music at night, keyboard, guitar, singing. I also run a sports league for kids, soccer, football. I also work for Mishpacha. I write the Balagan comics for the back page. Check it out. I also make my own comic books, Lemon Comics. I'm going on my third book this summer. Surprise what it is. I made a Haggadah. Also, I run a camp. I forgot about that also, called Camp Craze. I was in Maganav, Olive Shalom for 13 years, program director. Kicked out my first year, ended up basically running the camp at some point. It was Maganav.
Nice.
What else? Family, very nice family. My wife and my 5 girls. Very nice. I come from a family of 10. I think that covers it. I'll probably remember some more stuff soon.
Okay, great. Sounds like a real ADHD hero from what I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's the first memory you can associate with ADHD, either yourself or somebody else's? Just the first time it was on your radar screen, maybe.
I never associated myself with ADHD whatsoever. Really, just when I became a teacher, became a Rebbi, that's where the code words started popping up. Never really was on. I think you probably know it's probably a more recent, label or title. Just when I started teaching.
Right. What age range are we talking? Are we around the same age? I'm 42.
36. My students think I'm 92, so I think I just gave something away if they ever listen. So.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I guess when you were in school, they didn't have the kinder title of ADHD than the ones they used to give when I was a kid?
Right. So I don't have, I guess, the typical symptoms that I see now in the classroom.
Right.
I did second grade for 6 years also. I'm going on my 12th year of fourth grade. I did full days at some point. It just, inattentiveness, inability to sit, just, call it like not here when you're speaking to them. I didn't have that at all. I got the material right away, and then I went to read something or do something else. I wasn't particularly a misbehavior type. I was a disrespectful type.
Okay.
If things weren't fair, I would say it straight. Also, I guess I got into fights, but I was also very friendly. I didn't have the inattentiveness. I could hyper focus reading for hours and hours and hours, but class got pretty boring. But I was Baruch Hashem an Aleph A+ student all the way through, except the report cards read exactly the same through the entire school. Some of my teachers called me Eli Menachem. Eli Menachem's a great student. He needs to work on his self-control. So that was basically first grade through whenever, all the way through.
Kind of interesting. So it sounds like the academic side came naturally to you, so that didn't cause a problem with the focus. Meaning, it was sounds like it was interesting, and you could plug into that. But the emotional side of it was the challenge. But it sounds like a blessing too. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, so I mean, I got along pretty well with my teachers in Rabbi after the first day, because the first day was usually a disaster. I guess testing the waters and so forth, which me now, it's really given me an opening and an understanding of kids, especially elementary school age. You might camp in the summers for middle school, which is a different animal. But I understand the first day there's going to be testing. And so I have a bunch of theories and life hacks that I've worked out. And I actually have like a teacher development thing I've given on how to run the first day. It's a Harry Wong thing. If anybody's ever heard of it, I'm a big fan. It's called the first day of school. So I know that kids are going to try it. So I've been there. Like, you're not going to get me. I'm not going to get flustered. So I think I may have got to a few teachers in Rabam, but I made it through.
Excellent. What did that look like for you then? And what's a little bit of a teaser for what you do now?
First day of school is usually the teacher would give the rules, and I would smirk or smile or probably respond back, and then I'd be sent out of the classroom or suspended the first day. But usually within whatever amount of time when the relationship got better, which is usually pretty good because I was a pretty good kid. I think my parents would agree. My siblings also would probably agree on most days. Yeah, I got it like I was a fun kid. I did all the stuff. I asked good questions. Some Rabbeim I had better relationships with, but I didn't have a bad relationship with any particular Rebbe or teacher, not till like middle school. The Rabbeim, where I always had a good relationship, I knew the principals really well. I knew their offices really well. Like those old Torah Masura posters, that I think the Alti Noach Lichos with the dynamite was the one I kept staring at always. I knew that one pretty well.
Got
Um,
it. Didn't have to write it over or anything. Just got to see it.
no, no.
Okay, that's good. So when did that light bulb go off for you? Meaning, when did you piece together? Hey, wait a minute. What these kids have might be what I have.
Well, I have, I guess, trouble sleeping. I don't know if it seems like it runs in my family. I just don't get a full night's sleep.
Right.
So I don't know. It's like, I guess, which one was which one, as in, I was very tired during the day, so I couldn't function properly. I mean, still doing a million things, but not responding as I should. And I think I look at the ADHD help as more of an upper to keep me up and focus versus more of like a change in behavior. That's what I find. I mean, I tried the gum for a while. I think that was just what's it called, a placebo. It worked for like a week or two, but then it didn't actually do anything. I deal with kids. I speak to parents, and I guess I'm reading a lot, and just a lot of things just clicked. Like, hey, that's me.
Right.
But different. I think I'm a camp person. I think they call it a camp brain, which is disorganized but also organized, which is very unique. So I just holding a lot of life hacks together to make everything work. At some point, it just gets overwhelming. Like all my lists that I keep and all my ideas, just in all different places, trying to keep it together.
Ooh, tell me more. What's that look like? What does organized and disorganized look like? And what's your system or sort of quasi system for keeping
I'm
track?
very into my phone. I have what I call a kosher smartphone. It's a regular iPhone, but I kosherized it. I mean, I don't remember what the password to Safari or the browser. I have no idea. It's been years. I have no clue.
Okay.
So I don't have access. So everything I do is notes. I have literally a to-do list with like my who I owe money to, who owes me money, what I owe Meister to, what I need to do that day, my big things to do, my things if I'm bored, my books I want to read, my things I want to accomplish. It's just a list that I check off. And if it's a day, I'll write that list before I get to school. Things to do. My Google Drive is decently organized. All my school stuff. If there's ever like a PD day in school, that's when I'll like reorganize stuff. People have said to me like, "How in the world are you so organized?
Right.
Like, you're a camp brain." I have to be.
What's the disorganized dad look like?
Disorganized is my wife knows that when I leave for the day, I'll be coming back in about 5 seconds to get the keys or my coffee or my bag or that type of stuff. I will always step back in, no matter what. The disorganized is really, it's really not. I mean, I'm not a neat freak,
Right.
but things have to be in order. When I get overwhelmed, I clean up. So sometimes my wife's happy when I'm overwhelmed because then I clean up the house.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
good.
Very good.
I'm also running, again, there's more stuff. I'm also running two big WhatsApp chats. I'm running the largest from WhatsApp camp chat in the world. So I'm admin
Cool.
of that. I run a Rebbi chat. So yeah, I make sure that I'm busy, like always, always.
Okay, that's good. You mentioned being part of a big family, coming from a big family. What was that like?
Oh, I'm the middle. My wife's the middle also, so we understand each other.
Right.
I don't know. I pretty much got along with everybody. It's four boys and six girls.
Right.
It was a girl and then four boys. I'm the youngest of that boy, so my oldest sister, it's like I was her favorite, and then five girls right after that. So
And anyone similar wiring to you? And was that a
yeah, happily my brothers and I we are literally on the same wavelength. All very different people, but what I would call reference humor. We have the same jokes that no one else will get. For we could just literally say a sound or a word and we'll burst out laughing. As the years went on, some of my sisters we figured are on the similar wavelength also.
right?
But yeah, when we get together for Shabbos, it's just literally just jokes the entire time. But like personal jokes that nobody else would get the entire. Like if you came for Shabbos, you'd have no clue what's flying.
Cool. Are there personalities like yours? Meaning any other ADHD heroes in the pack?
Yes, yes. Everyone, I guess, honed their skills in a different way.
Right.
Some more inattentive, some more attentive. Everybody plays music in the family, so everybody has a way of expression. Almost, I think everybody draws or paints, so that also it's a way of creation and like hyper focus. Like when I'm creating a game for my class or whatever, the Haggadah I'm making, I could literally go for 3 4 hours straight. And my family, no, I guess we're able to go from topic to topic, like no problem. And
Right.
like this is where the reference humor comes in. We could switch on a dime, and if you're not following, you're out.
That's
But
funny.
we have no issue. Like I had to teach myself to stop starting sentences 3 or 4 words in because I was already halfway through the sentence.
That's
Like
funny.
what my idea, whatever that is.
Right.
It was a fun family. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of music, a lot of singing, creativity. My father's always coming up with ideas and inventions. My mother is a preschool teacher for over 30 years, and she also draws and she sings and for us. And yeah, it's a lot going on.
It sounds like ADHD superpowers or something you can bond over. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, there's one runs a marketing company, one's a photographer, one's a Rebbi for the kids who need the help in Lakewood. Then there's oh, they're gonna kill me if I miss everybody. Hold on a second. One runs a hold on a second, baking stuff, and then they're gonna kill me. And then another one, she's stay-at-home mom, and she plays music. Another one is a fantastic artist. They're all. Another one is also really good makeup artist and stuff. And I can't forget everybody. And then another one's a hairstylist. Is that the right word? And I didn't forget anybody. Hopefully, I got everybody and all the brothers-in-law and sisters-in-laws and grandkids and stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Moving over to middle school, high school, that time in life, what was that like for you?
Yes. So middle school is where it started crashing because as elementary school teacher, I know that everything is based on memorization. And once you hit middle school and you have to start like thinking Gemara,
Right.
I never had to study in my life. It just wasn't necessary. I got it right away. So I was fine, but I started getting a little more like trouble stuff, but nothing that was crazy. Like my English teachers would kick me out because I didn't like the book reading. So they just gave me these really high level books to read. Um,
Oh, that's smart of them.
yeah, well, I don't think that was the plan. Was it 1984?
Sure. Yeah.
And I read all Frankenstein. I read all the classics. I'm a big reader, big reader.
Right.
So man, it was fine for me. When I'm done with the books, the class is still 6 months left reading their books. I finish 3 books in a day, and I would go to the golf course behind the school and pick up golf balls. No problem. High school is when I guess it really crashed. Like Baruch Hashem, grew up with a very frum background. Like I like my family's a Tells family, so I had a very good, I guess, yeshiva background. So like davening is not an issue. Learning, the idea of learning wasn't an issue. Frumkeit wasn't an issue. Halacha wasn't an issue. So I never did anything that was like an actual usser type stuff. That wasn't my type at all.
Right.
Like no vices, drinking, smoking, not my type. Girls, not a thing. But in yeshiva, like I would come to davening every minyan. I'd come to seder, but like, what do you do for 3 hours? And then like the second seder is like 3 hours chazara of the stuff from the first 3 hours,
Right.
and then night seder is like another hour and a half of the same thing. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, so I knew the value of everything. I just didn't really connect to it. I didn't understand at that point that when you're given things to learn, you haven't been given things that you necessarily enjoy. And you only learn that later, that there's other things out there that you can. I happen to love halacha. I love the practical side of halacha. Gemara was a little more challenging, not the reading part, just the applying it to everyday life. So then I ended up bouncing around yeshivas because not like misbehavior per se, just like it wasn't happening.
Right. Trying
Tried
to
a
find your
bunch of different
stride.
places. Yeah, I like at some point, like I think I took like 10 bechinas in like Lakewood, New York area, just like nothing was working. I didn't find it because I did all the stuff right, but I wasn't really so interested.
Right.
I ended up in Atlanta for a year, small class. It was okay. It was good. And then I ended up in Lakewood for 2 years, or by Newman's Yeshiva, which is fine. It was a place where everybody learned during Seder, not like being a star. A lot of relatives and family in Lakewood. And then Eretz Yisrael really fell apart. I know I'm glossing over so much, but because the yeshiva I was in basically closed after 3 weeks, then I was on my own for like 2 years. So
Okay.
Baruch Hashem for Gedarim. I was very, very mocked on certain things. Again, thank my parents for setting this up. When I was on the plane to Eretz Yisrael, before anything, I said, there's no movies and no Ben Yehuda. Absolutely not. That was my Gedarim.
Okay.
So even with bouncing around yeshivas, literally I was trying out, like every other day I was somewhere else or trying another place. I ended up in Torah R on like a probationary status.
Right.
Whatever, my brother's there, my uncle's a mashgiach there. I actually finished my first Masechta there. I finished Ksuvas, my first
That's a
ever
big one.
really big CM. Yeah, it was
Hi.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, night Seder was still very hard for me. Even the Siddharim, like I didn't know that you're allowed to that you're supposed to not get the Gemara right away. I thought you're supposed to like get it and then like move on. I just didn't know that stuff. So yeah, I stretched those out. They put me in like a first year share and third year. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I just need a yeshiva.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't care. It
Oh, good
didn't
for you.
bother me. Yeah, friends with everybody. Um, I didn't really wander around there. So I went on a lot of trips with my cousins, that type, but no like places I shouldn't have gone.
How were your parents while this was going on? How are they like managing it?
Um, they whatever. The big family trying their best. My mother was davening and trying to light 50 candles and stuff, and like do all these. Everybody's trying. I just like I asked one of my rebbeim, I could say Rastragi Callis, who I still listen to Shurim. Shout out Rastragi Callis. Thank you. I asked him at some point, like, what am I doing wrong here? Like I follow halacha. I love his shurim. Like I come to davening, I come to seder. Like it's just not clicking. Like what is going on? He's like, I don't know. I
Right.
have no idea. I don't
Looking back, what do you know now that you wish you had known then?
know. I probably would have been more okay. I guess growing up in like a yeshivish background. Nowadays, I'm more okay with my kids choosing their own path, which again, my family was just a different world. I'd probably drift to a more like vocational yeshiva if I could, a little more out there. Like the three Siddharim thing wasn't really for me. Tells wasn't for me. Again, it gave me a lot of good background, like stability. I wouldn't do it again,
Right.
but it did give me a lot of like this is part of who we are, which is very important for like the, I guess, the standard of who I am. It's like I'm part of something, not just a random yeshiva that just opened 3 years ago. This is part of like a Masorah. Yeah, it wasn't easy. My grandparents lived there at that time. I visited them a lot. My grandfather helped build the yeshiva, so close to like the yeshivas and stuff. I'd probably be like more open to trying different types of yeshivas, not stuck on a certain one specific type. Yeah, then actually, I was always with younger people. It's interesting. So after Tarar, I came back to America. I ended up in Washer Weiss for a few months, and people were my age. It was so cool. I haven't been with people my age in forever. And I dated one girl, and I got married. And people like looked at me like, "What are you doing here? Like, you're supposed to be like dating for years. Like, get out of here."
You
But
stayed there?
it's good friends. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I left. I went back to Lakewood.
Right.
Um, yeah, I made some really good friends over the years. I'm still in touch with a lot of them, a lot of music friends. And WhatsApp is great for men because if you need something, instead of, hey, how are you? It's like, do you have this and this number? It's like, yep. My wife's like, no, like, how's the family? Like, nope. When was the last time you messaged them? I think 3 years ago when I needed a phone number. I think
Excellent.
that was the last time.
What's something you wish the adults in your life had known then during those years?
Probably things are not black and white. Like, it's okay if things don't go this way or that way. Again, I had some really good Rabbeim who really like, I'm still in touch with,
Right.
who really gave me the time. I think I needed to trust people. I think I still have that issue. I'm working on it. I mean, I run a lot of my businesses myself. I have a hard time making sure that people, like working with people, this is why certain people I work with currently, the reason it works because the major trust system. Like we know if I would ask something, it gets done, or if they ask me, it gets done. This is a big deal for me. I think as a kid, I think one of the lines I heard about, like just because they're children doesn't mean they're wrong.
Right.
I think a lot of there's a whole like power struggle with adults sometimes I see in the classroom, and I've learned over the years like you don't have to quote win. The
Right.
adults don't have to win. Sometimes the win is just walking away. Um, there's a lot of black and white, not like in the '60s, '70s black and white, like where the yeshiva has to be a certain way and you get whipped if you don't do it. Like a Rebbi walked in my classroom and she's like, amazing. There's a guitar hanging on the class instead of a paddle.
Right.
Like,
That's good.
wow, what a different world. So again, in my teaching, it's really helped me. It's part of one of my workshops. Literally is like put yourself in their shoes. Like, if you're giving a boring class, how would you sit? Like, why would I want to sit? I watch teachers during like presentations walking around on their phones. It's really hard. It's really hard to sit. Like, I really want to try my next presentation. Don't tell the school yet, which you'll hear. Our presentation today is put away your phone for 10 minutes. That's it. Put it somewhere else. Nope, no getting up, no walking around, no talking to anybody else. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's see how you do.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that's why I'm at class Baruch Hashem currently. I had a student who needed to be pulled for something. They said, is there a boring time of the day? He said, no. Like, what about davening? No, I don't want to miss davening. What about lunch? I don't want to miss lunch. What about, no, I don't want to miss break. So they asked, can you be a little more boring? I'm like, I mean, I isn't that the point of school? The kid should be interested. He should want to be there. So I bring a lot of that into my classroom. And even the afternoon when I deal with kids, I don't spend 2 minutes. I try to spend like 20 minutes because they just need someone to talk to, someone to listen. That's really it.
What are some of the engaging things you do in the classroom?
So I play music every day, guitar, piano. So the beginning is the kids come in expecting like all the crazy stuff that I do, but I really have a system set up that it takes literally it's gotten quicker over the years. Like I wouldn't smile for the first like 3 weeks. Like we set up procedures. This is the Harry Wong first days of school. And then like, oh, okay. So kids want consistency. Kids want trust. They want schedule. So I have the schedule written on the boards. That's always there. The fun stuff, davening, is always stories, either one or two stories every day. Always bring in a question of the day. It could be something interesting. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite animal? What's the time that you went on a roller coaster? Do you believe in aliens? It could be anything. Tell me stuff about this, about that. That's every day there's a question. We have a class morning meeting once a week. We play activity, greeting, and share something. There's constant like new things that I'm sharing with them. Also, each class is the first class that X, Y, and Z, because I'm always coming up with programs. I don't really prep for class at this point. I have all the stuff ready. All the worksheets are there ready. So I like to wing it to a point because it gives me the freshness and the newness. Um, there's a lot of, I guess, banter, but kosher. I'm very anti-sarcasm, very
Yeah.
anti, because as much as you think they can take it, they're kids. And for example, I used to have like a words in the pasuk, like, and Yaakov scolded him. He scolded Yosef. So I whispered to a kid before, "I'm going to fake yell at you. Is that okay?" Yeah, sure.
Right.
I realized over the years the kid would still like it'd be very hurtful to them. So now I do
We
to
are just role
imaginary.
playing it.
Yeah, like
Right.
I noticed this. Like
Right.
the words and the intonations are so important to kids. Um, it's I think as a trusted adult is very important to them. And they know I'm super consistent. If I say certain words, like if I would mistakenly say 10 minutes extra recess, Rabbi Mann, you said 10 minutes. Like, you're right. I said it. If I said it, it's what it is.
Right.
On the other side, also, if you owe me 1 minute of recess, which is what I take away because it's just annoying, then I'm not going to forget. At some point, they start reminding me, like, we owe you a minute. Like, okay, great. Because they know I'm super consistent, like super.
It almost sounds like they'd rather the consistency than the recess. Like it's worth it to them to have that consistency to.
So, yes. So they always ask for more recess. And I'll tell them, guys, if you want more recess, you're just going to get bored. So always once a year, if like I have a meeting or something going overtime, like I'll leave them out and I come out and it's Miami. I'm like, oh, it's so hot. We want to go. I'm like, I thought you want long. No, we don't. I'm like, I told you. I offered you recess. And no, we want to go in. Okay,
Right.
sure.
What are some other, I guess, yeah, some other things that you draw on from your own experience that you apply in the classroom?
And consistency is super important. If something's not working, change it up. Like if you see that one of the hardest things for a Rebbe or teacher is when you finish class 8 minutes before recess and you're finished, what do you do now? You could technically drag it. Like you pull up the stender and go, okay, so want to talk to you guys about recess. Having things to fill the time, focusing on the kids, like pulling out your phone is really a no-no. Like they know my phone goes off once a week by mistake. If I mistake leave the sound on, it's like a running thing already. The class I make it interactive. Kid ask a question, I'll literally call my Rebbe on the spot. I'll try. I have a few Rebbeim I could try. They feel part of it. I'm very into like the Kriya I do is from the sitter, not from a book necessarily, because I want like Yiddishkeit to be live. My goal in class is they're not going to necessarily remember the stuff. I think as Rabbi Jacobowitz from England said, they're not going to remember what you taught them. They'll remember the way you made them feel. I want them to think about my class and smile. That's it. I met a kid a few months ago. I was playing music somewhere. He had long hair at this point. He's like, "Oh, Rabbi, how you doing?" I'm like, what do you remember? Do you remember the Sukkah fair? Do you remember the Shvatim? He's like, no. I just remember I had a bone to pick with every rabbi except for you. That's great. I want them to feel comfortable and I want them to feel safe, like, and excited to come every day. Like when a kid says something, no matter how off the answer is, there have been some that are challenging. It's like, who was who was Moshe Rabbeinu's brother? And a kid will say, Esav. Okay, Esav is also in the parsha. Yes, Esav is in the parsha. If you knock down questions or answers, they just won't ask again. It's
Right.
the famous poker chip scenario from, was it Larry Thompson? I don't
I
remember
don't
who
know.
it was. Have you heard of poker chips?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll give you the 10-second, 30-second overview. This is every kid has a certain amount of poker chips. Like the school quarterbacks got thousands. So when the teacher says, who was the first president of the United States, he says, Abraham Lincoln. He doesn't care if he's wrong. He lost himself 50 poker chips. But Harry, who has 5 chips, because he's not the most popular kid, he knows the answer is George Washington. It's not worth it, because if he's wrong, he loses 2 chips.
Right.
So each kid, when he wakes up in the morning, Harry's mother makes him pancakes. He's got 3 chips. Great, he's got 8 for the day. And the bus driver says, hey, stupid, he just lost 5.
Right.
He doesn't have a lot to spend. So there are kids who have a lot of things going on. So in order for you to be for them to be comfortable, you have to have them safe to share um, in class, even if they're wrong, and it's okay. And Baruch Hashem, I really build into my class that there's no, let's say, wrong. Yes, there's wrong answers, but the way you respond to it, you want them to ask again. One of my games is, let's say you're shooting a ball into something, or if they get it wrong, they still spin the wheel or shoot the thing. It doesn't count. They just want to
Right.
play the game. So it's not it's yeah, they got it wrong, but they still get to, why shouldn't they get to do the thing? Still want to have fun.
Right.
I think again it was Steinman used to give candies to the kids as many times they got wrong. Because why? So you got it wrong, okay, and you move on.
Right.
That's it. I'll stick another one thing I teach them is if you don't know something, ask, because now you know. I'm
Right.
that guy. I see a guy who's bug spraying my car. I'm like, oh, what is that? It's interesting. Do you enjoy your job? Like, people like, wait, why are you asking that? If someone says a word I don't know, I'll ask. And like people around me, like, phew, somebody asked me, I had no idea what it was. I'm okay sounding stupid because then I learn more. So I teach that to my class. Ask questions because now you know. Great.
Very good. I like to tell my guys, stop being so polite. Ask me some questions.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. What did they do right for you in Torah? Or what was good about that experience?
My brother was there, was very helpful. Married brother. My cousins and mashkiach, their family, very close to, very helpful. Again, I made a lot of friends. They do right. I think a few of the rabbeim. I think Shragi Kalos was one. Again, practical. I found halacha for the first time. Like I literally took notes for an entire year, which I'm not a note taker. Like I was looking at my old shear notes. It
Right.
was usually like the first three things, like Rava says this, Abaya says this, and then like says Chaim, which is the guy behind me, laughs out loud, and then the next thing class bursts out, and then like
Right.
whatever lyrics I start writing at that point. Um, I maybe I found halacha. I don't know. I was hung out with my cousins a lot. We did a lot of fun hiking stuff. I traveled a lot, like different places for Shabbosim. I wouldn't say it's the freedom because I had the freedom in all the places I was in. I think I decided myself my second year, I got to do something. So I think Suvis gave me like a mission. Like I'm like, oh, if I do this and join this thing and do this and this and this, I can actually finish. Like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, and I did it. And I learned also, like, learning didn't have to be sitting over the Gemara. You could listen to go someone saying the Gemara. You don't have to get every word. And like now, I'm almost finished with Shish Siddur Mishnah Mishnayos, which I never thought I was two Mishnayos a day. Never thought I would do it. I'm a little behind on Taharis now, but I don't go backwards. Like if I go, I'll do Chazara later. Yep, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Because I know if I used to open the Gemara the first day and see how many pages it was. I don't do that. Just go. I don't go back because I know I'm just going to doubt myself. I'm never going to finish it. Just go.
It sounds like creating goals and not getting hung up on perfection are two things that help you a lot.
Yes, yes. I am perfectionist beyond.
Right.
So what is it? I think it was perfection is the enemy of
Perfect
the
is the enemy
good.
of the good. Yeah.
Yes, yes. There's one of the Sima Shas lines from Reb from Baltimore.
Or my friend quoted it. I think it's
Yes,
Voltaire
yes,
originally.
yes. Okay, well, we'll give my friend the credit.
Deal.
So I have something called, I call it One Take Studios, which I do in school. I also have a Midas program. It's cartoon videos I made for my school called One Take Studios. It's actually misspelled because the first time I did a capital N, so I just left it. It's like I make music videos for my class. If there's less than 10 kids, we make a music video. So they all want to come, but they don't want to
Oh, that's funny.
miss. Miss a day, miss a lot. They know. So I make for the school also for some of our electives, and I just do one shot because I know if I start sitting on it, it's never going to happen.
Right.
Never. So One Take Studios, that's how my comic started with a marker. Now it's on iPads, almost the same. But literally just do it, move on. That's it.
Very good. In those years after Israel, how did you navigate the learning to work well like it did then? Like it did in Torah?
So one thing my brother got me onto this. I remember he tried years ago. My brother took from Chaim Stein in Cleveland. He would always learn an hour a day, like never miss, even if it was a vacation day, which sounds easy to some people. So I took on 20 minutes. That's what I took on. I did it for years. Like it could be listening to a Parsha thing or if I was half sleepy, but I always did 20 minutes. At some point, I started adding on minutes, like 21 minutes. At some point, I was up to 27. Like no matter what, I wouldn't miss. So most days it was fine with the chavrusa here and there, but the days like right now I don't have school, so I have a few
Right.
minutes to catch up on. That's how I kept it up. At some point, I did crash a bit. Like the pressure with all my Kabbalahs that I built as a kid were building up, so I had to take a step back for a little while. Like I still have my chavrusas, but I can't have that pressure on me because as a different as a bacher than as a married person with kids. Like there's a lot of chiyuvim you have. I still try to get as much as I can. I found things I like. I love Rabbi Leibowitz has his Halachically Speaking. I love his farm. I buy every single one. I've met him. Um, I find I love English farm. Like I found that the reading, like, do I need to read a Hebrew one? It doesn't have to. I can read English. That's fine. Again, there's a certain thing you have to. You don't have to do that. I found over the last few summers, I'd find like small Masechtas of Gemara, like anywhere between 35 and 50, and I'd just figure out how many days the summer was. I would get up a drop earlier. I had no problem, Baruch Hashem, getting up, always down at 6:15. And I made a bunch of siyumim over the summer, saying just literally one blot a day on one of these Daf Yomi apps. Do I know it? No, but I know more than I did before. That's what I say. Definitely know more. Like now I'm finishing Shisha Siddur Mishnah. I know so much more. Do I know all the farming techniques and the tools from Zeraim? No. Can I tell you all the kalim in Ohalos? No. I know more than I did before.
Right.
That was a big push for me. I don't have to finish the whole thing. I know more than I did before. That was a big one. Teaching helps. Teaching really helps because it gives me, like, I count that as my learning sometimes because it gives me, I'm in the Torah world constantly. Oh, I also I forgot about this. Before I was teaching, I actually worked in medical supplies for a year and a half. That actually gave me the consistency of a job on time, knowing how to answer emails, phone calls. Like, I have no problem calling parents because it's something I've done before.
Interesting. Give you like a skill set from the business world.
Yeah. It wasn't really for me. It was a little bit boring. It was very monotonous. Like at some point, I was counting. I was trying to cheshbon how much money I made per millisecond.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
How did you go from there to teaching? What did that segue look like? Is there a story?
Well, I tried subbing in Lakewood in a few different places while I was learning there in a Newman's yeshiva for a few months. It wasn't for me, even though I knew I had it. It's in my family. I moved to Far Rockaway. My wife was in school, closer to Manhattan, and the medical supply stuff was like, it wasn't for me. And Hal was looking for Hebrew Academy Language, looking for an assistant, paid a lot less. But I'm like, you know what? No time like the present. I jumped in. I literally got to, I was like subbing, assisting in first through eighth grade. I got to see ways to teach and ways not to teach. Some people I'm still in touch with. Rabbi Steinberg, fantastic fifth grade Rebbi, I'm still in touch with. I learned a lot of things from there. And then I was in camp in Maganav and I got a job offer in Miami. They said, please don't come with your Batman jersey to the interview. I'm like, I got it. I'll wear a hat and jacket. No, just don't wear your Batman jersey. I'm like, I got it. Like, yeah, I got it. People always still think of me as a camp person. It was a hard differentiation. Like, no, I have like the serious side. Like if I'm doing a game show, like that's the game show, but it's not me.
What are some other, I guess, day-to-day ADHD challenges that you navigate, and how do you navigate them?
At home, making sure that I try to give my kids individualized attention. It gets overwhelming sometimes. Kind of our kids ages 1 to 11. It's a lot. I need to make sure if I need to step out, my wife is great. I'll say I need to step out. If I get overwhelmed, I write things down. Like I don't like having my phone out or even my iPad for drawing. So if I need to write something down, I'll write it just literally on a index card. So yes,
Right.
my pockets fill sometimes.
I was gonna ask where they go. They go to your
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't go in the wash. But I
Right.
also I'm okay with throwing stuff out. I don't want to get overwhelmed. They're cluttered. That's very important. Again, not super neat, but make sure I know where everything is. When I have a task at home, I try to do one thing at a time because I know if I start hearing multiple things, I'm like, I'll be out because I just go to the next thing. I literally can see the ADHD like short films, short clips of like the guy like doing the random thing. I did it the other day. We came back from a flight. Whole family is like bomb tired. My wife didn't tell me till a week later because she found it so funny. She went to do like a ton of loads of laundry, which is necessary. She's like, and then you start organizing the hallway. Why?
That's
She's
great.
like, you're like that video of the guy. It's like, oh, guests are coming over. Why are you cleaning the humidifier? I don't know. They need to be
That's
clean.
great.
So she's like, why were you cleaning the hallway? I'm like, I don't know. It was a mess. So yes, it still pops. It rears its not ugly head. It's a superpower, it really is.
Right.
Um, but that the managing is literally just my kids reminding me. I literally ask me. I print them schedules every morning for them to do all their stuff. It goes everything from sitting on the couch is on the schedule to breakfast. Don't forget your glasses, even if they don't have glasses. Yeah, it just it's for me also.
That's
Mornings
great. You're
are
starting them young.
yeah.
Starting them young with organizing their day. Excellent. How valuable is it for you to have all the outlets that you have?
Super valuable. I think like as the saying goes, I have 800 tabs open, but I'm not sure where the music is coming from.
Right.
Like I was probably that bacher when I came home from yeshiva. Like, yeah, yeshiva's over. Sit down on the couch. Now what?
Right.
What do you do? So I'm constantly coming up with new ideas, helping other people. Again, the camp chats. I just started a new business in someone else. Like we're promoting new acts that are cheaper. Like get people out there. I want to help people. Always looking for stuff to do. It does get overwhelming at times if I can't keep up. So I will make my lists again and prioritize from like bigger to smaller, and I'll speak it out to my wife or to friends. Like, here's what's on my head. It's very important to speak it out. Just talk it out because they'll tell you don't prioritize this, prioritize this. The big to the small. Budgeting is the big thing for me also because I look into the future a lot. I'm very into like what's going to happen, and I see people like crashing, like spending money now. So I'm very into prioritizing, budgeting, also put stuff away, auto pay, make sure actually we're taken care of at some point. Again, yeah, it does get overwhelming with all the stuff. So I have to make sure that I take care of myself also. That's very important with exercise and music. If my wife will tell me just go play guitar or something, go exercise, go play basketball. She knows if I need to like get it out.
That's good. Sounds like a big deal that she knows,
Oh
knows what
yes,
you need.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
As we start to wrap it up, do you ever hear people say ADHD is quote unquote not real? And if you do, what do you say and what do you want to say?
As dealing with kids in the classroom, the way I look at it is imagine a kid carrying 50 pounds on his shoulders throughout the day. He's getting through the day,
Right.
but why not let him put the boulder down and look around like, hey, it's not that hard. Like, because before it's like, how's everyone else doing this? Why can't I do it?
Right.
When he puts that boulder down, you get him that help, whatever that help is. It's definitely a real thing. Are the kids who are just a lot of energy? Yeah. So channel it properly. The crux comes when the kid isn't fitting in socially. That's where things fall apart. Like energy's fine. I'm fine with that. Just when the kids start looking at you strange or weird and you can't keep your friends and you keep shouting things out at them and they just like give you that like look, like what is he doing? That's when you start needing the help.
Got
It's
it.
definitely out there, definitely there.
Right. Um, what is a message of hope you can leave our listeners with?
Everybody's got their stuff. I think I heard today in a podcast like your challenge is your superpower. Find what's challenging for you, and that's obviously something you can get really good at because it's something you're fighting. It's a battle you're fighting. Again, everyone has their stuff. Again, a line I heard recently was maybe the thing you're really good at hasn't even been invented yet. Like there's something out there for everyone. I think everyone has a superpower. Now, some people it's able to pay attention for hours. Some people it's the ability to run fast. Some people it's the ability to read. Some people it's the ability to remember things. I had a student who was able to uh, look at a word and tell you how many letters there were instantly. or a kid who was very weak academically, but he could unscramble a word in a second. Everyone's got their thing. You may not know what it is yet. Everyone has a superpower.
Excellent. How can people get in touch with you if they want to follow up, or if they want music or comics or all sorts of other good stuff? Camps?
So let's go with my phone number. If you want to put it, I guess, in the show notes, how does that
Yeah,
work?
put in the
Or
show
just,
notes. Yeah, put in the show
oh
notes.
yeah, lemoncomics@gmail.com, Eli Mann Music, South Florida Soccer League. Message me, WhatsApp me. I'll try to get back to you. I'm starting to fall behind a little bit. Yeah, the next comic book's coming out soon. You've probably seen them around. Yeah, have you seen them before?
I see them on your status, and I see them on the chat. I'm on the Rebbi
Okay.
chat.
Oh, okay. Good. They're funny, right?
They're funny, yeah.
Yeah. Also, hold on. I don't need people to laugh or to like things I do. That's very important. That is something you need to be okay with yourself, because if someone doesn't like something, it's fine. There's only so much you could do. Yeah, just try to get a hold of me. Yeah, I'm always willing to help. That's it, I think.
Okay, great. Anything else you want to mention today?
I'm happy you got a hold of me. I'm happy I got a hold of you. It's a really great thing you're doing. I guess normalizing the abnormal, or what seems abnormal. And also for kids, really important to know that you can be a little different and still be awesome.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi Eli Mann. This has been a great conversation. Thanks for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you again for listening to this episode of the ADHD Heroes podcast. For questions about the podcast, you can email us at adhdheroespodcast@gmail.com. Also, for sponsorships or to share your story, your ADHD story, you can also email us at the same place, adhdheroespodcast@gmail.com. To be in touch with me about ADHD coaching, writing, or speaking engagements, you can email me at rsreichadhdcoach@gmail.com. Be sure to check out my website, rsreich.com, adhdcoach.com. You can follow me on LinkedIn, or you can check out my blog on nefesh.org. Check out my blog there under my name. Important disclaimer: podcasts are great, but they do not take the place of mental health help or medical help. So if you need help with mental health or need a doctor, be sure to be in contact with some of them. Please, if you like this show, please rate, review, and share with a friend. That's how these things get out there. Thank you again for listening, and thank you to our producers at Pretty Easy Podcasts.